What's going on, guys? It's your boy Kevin. And I'm back with a market update. And I haven't made a crypto video in a minute because I've been traveling like a madman and I haven't really had a good setup. I got to work on that. But regardless, let's get into the market because I don't want to hear none of that. So, right now we're at a fear and greed in 55 on the neutral. So, we're sitting at a neutral right now. Earlier this month, we were at like 70 something. We had a pretty big pullback. That's why we're at 55 neutral. And Bitcoin dominance at 63.7%. All right. Now, I'm just gonna make a quick video because there's a lot of narratives right now going that Bitcoin's gonna reach 150K, 200K, and just blow off tops, just go crazy, right? Which I'm not saying won't happen, but I'm gonna be, in my opinion, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's gonna happen this cycle, correct? All right. So, and let me just show you why. And I could be wrong, but this is just my opinion. You guys let me know in the comments what you guys think. But look, so right now, Bitcoin, obviously, if we just go back here, Bitcoin's obviously up 20%. Not 20%, 1% on the 24-hour, and then around 2% on the 7-day. But like, if we just go here, right now, this is where we're at. If I plot this line right here, which it seems like we're making a bounce back off this little zone right here, it is very similar. It is very similar to what we have done here, right? So we got to make sure and realize something. If we bounce here, which we don't know yet, we got to wait. This is the weekly, so we got to wait for this week. We still got some time before what I think is going to play out. But if this fails, this bounce right here, I think Bitcoin is going to do something like this, right? And a lot of people are saying this is the low. I don't think this is the low, and a lot of people like all over X, everyone will tell you like Bitcoin's gonna reach 150K, 200K. I'm not saying that won't happen. What I'm saying is it won't happen this cycle, or this cycle isn't what a lot of people think it's going to be, right? Because you guys got to realize a lot of people are saying the low isn't. We just reached an all-time high like 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago. How can you say the low isn't? Or the bottom isn't? You know what I'm saying? It just makes not much sense to me. And when you look at it, we're reaching this level right here. If Bitcoin fails this bounce off right here, I'm talking about we're going to go pretty low. I'm not like, at the end of the day, we'll probably go 60, like what is that? No, we'll probably go like between the 60 and 70K range, in my opinion, we'll go to, right? Maybe lower, maybe a little higher, 70 to 80. But I don't think we have much room to go. Let's just say we do bounce. And I think if we don't feel the bounce, I think we'll just bounce up. I think we'll bounce up because you guys got to realize this. And maybe we don't feel the bounce, right? Maybe we do bounce off this zone right here. But you guys realize we've been having a negative divergence on Bitcoin on the weekly for quite a while. Let me just plot that right here. So we do have some space right here. So that could be a little bit, but it's not, as you can see, it's not much space. We'll probably go to the 70, maybe 70 to 73 mark, right? So we're talking about that might just be a little bounce up, maybe to 115 to 120K, and then we're on the way down. That's what I believe is going to happen if we don't fail this bounce right now. So you got to be very careful. A lot of people always call me crazy, but I can't judge history, bro. We cannot negate history. These negative divergences have played out. And if I plot these negative divergences, it lines up with what's happening right here. So, again, we could go and test this, and it could not be a failed bounce, but we're not going much higher than that. And if we lower over the Bitcoin dominance, I plotted this out. Let me just delete this. Right? We have a long-term trend going this way. And I've said this in my other videos. We have a wedge. We're heading into a wedge. We've been in a wedge for a while. And it's about time that the market cap dominance should go lower. All right? When Bitcoin dominance goes lower and you have Bitcoin start to fall a little bit, altcoins start to move a little bit. I will be completely honest with you guys. I don't think it's going to be the same altcoin season that we're used to. People are going to make money. I know people that follow us, we're definitely gonna make money. But I just don't think it's the narrative. I think a lot of people are putting out this narrative of Bitcoin and fooling a lot of people so you guys can put your money in and then you guys are just exit liquidity. That's what I think because I just don't see Bitcoin doing the moves that right now, at least, that people are saying it will. I do 100% wholeheartedly believe that Bitcoin will be $1 million coin on one day. I don't think it's I don't think it's even touching 200K this cycle. I don't even think it's touching 150K this cycle. That's just my opinion, right? But this obviously leaves the move for other coins to run up. If you're in the Telegram, I suggest you join because I'm calling out my trades there. We've been making money. As you guys see here, we've been making green trades all day long, all week long. For the past month, we've been greening. So Bitcoin doing this, like I said, provides the altcoins, certain altcoins with a bullish divergence to move up and to actually make moves in the market. If we go to Doge right here, right? So I currently have a Doge trade open. If you're in the Telegram, you know about it. I recommend joining the Telegram because I call out trades quicker on my Telegram. I'm just faster on my Telegram. I only post like 3 times a week. So on YouTube. So on Telegram, obviously it's a daily thing out there. But we have Doge right now on a 3-day. We've been doing this long-term trend right now. And this is where people were putting in liquidity right here between these two markers, right here between these two zones, and then boom, every time. Same thing. RSI's been doing the same move, right? We have a 1, 2, 3 bounce, bang. 1, 2, 3. We had a big bounce, and we're getting another big bounce here. Since 2022, we haven't gone down here below yet, right? We have a positive divergence. We have a bullish divergence on the RSI, right? And we have a bullish divergence. We have bullish divergences all around the RSI right now. All right. So I think, and who knows? Let's just say, at the end of the day, we don't really know what Doge is gonna do. But let's just say it does just this move between these two zones, right? That's still a 35. Let's just say 35 to 40% jump. You put in $1,000 on there, you're up 2x, 3x. You've doubled your money, right? Obviously, have your stop losses in play and just obviously evaluate your risk, right? Don't be too highly levered because it's crypto. We don't know. But let's just say that what happens here is the same thing that happens here. So let's just say this is what we'll do. And we have euphoric movement in the RSI like that. We have euphoric movement in the RSI like that, right? Okay. Let's calculate that move. That's almost a 200% move. Like over here in our Telegram, we're ready for whatever. Because we put in our trade right here, right at the bottom of this 30% move down, right? And if you've been in the Telegram, last month, we were making trades on this move up. Like, we got to time ourselves in the market, especially if you're just making short-term futures trading and you're like highly levered. And by highly levered, I'm never going past a 5x because I'm not that greedy, right? On a 4x, right now, I think our trade on Doge is a 4x. I'm not saying repeat what I do. Go as levered as you want to be. But just know we're making money out in the Telegram and I'm not charging for it. So we waited for this 30% move down because there was a negative divergence on a 3-day. Now there's a bullish divergence on a 3-day after the 30% move down. We put in our trade and now I think we're like 12% up and that was only yesterday, right? Obviously we're levered 4x. But we're ready for whatever. We're ready for whatever move. Like we're ready for either this 200% move or this 35% move. It doesn't matter. We're ready for it, right? Obviously, after this move, once you see a negative divergence on the 3-day, especially also on the weekly and on the 3-day, that's when we close our trades, right? Now let's go over to PopCat. Now, we're down because I kind of opened the long too early. I opened it right here. And this is why you don't have to follow every single one of my trades. Do your own research. Look at the charts yourself. But we have this long-term trend right here. And don't mind this line. That's just my trade line. But on a 1 day, we're bouncing off here. And let's move this to 3-day. My bad. So we're bouncing off this move right here, off this trend line right here. So we got to see, okay, are we still got some more room to go down, but we're going to retest this. Either we move up or down on the 1 day and then here on the price too. Look, so we got to see if we're going to bounce up and keep moving forward or keep consolidating. At the end of the day, we almost got liquidated on this. I can't lie. Like, it was a pretty risky trade. I put in another sum of money into it, and I went high. I added 4x levered on that, and we're making some of our money back. We were down like a lot of money. We were down like almost $100, and now we're just down 20. So we gotta wait and see till PopCat. PopCat's obviously a riskier asset. It's, I think, like a 400 million market cap, riskier asset, and we're gonna make bigger trades like this while as we go throughout the market, as we go through this bull run, as we go through the next 3 months. But I just want to show you guys something. So if I go here, so those are just some trades I've been hitting. I'm gonna be hitting way more in the Telegram. I recommend you join. Like I said, boom, we've been winning, we've been killing it. We've been making money, and I don't charge for these. I don't plan on charging. Just, like and subscribe and just, support the cause of making bread. And I kind of want to show you guys something with the crypto total market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. I want to make that very clear. Excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum on a weekly, we have a negative divergence. We have prices going up and the RSI going down. Now, this doesn't mean there isn't room, right? Because look at this. We have a good amount of room to push up, but that limits us, right? So right now we're getting to on the weekly, we're getting to this retest zone right here. If we push up, and at the end of the day, like, look, I'm not here to call tops. I don't know how much will go up. I can't tell you guys that confidently. What I can tell you is that there's a 40% room up until we test this resistance zone. If we break it, cool. But we have a resistance zone right here. If we break it, cool. I don't think, because this is just what the market's telling us at the end of the day. But we do have some space to move up, right? That's obviously excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's all your other altcoins. And to be clear, that's all your other altcoins besides Bitcoin and Ethereum. And look, this is going against the grain. I know a lot of this is basically the opposite of what other people are saying on the market. But this is just what other people are saying on Twitter, on YouTube, and everything. But I don't want to farm for views, man. Like, I want to be completely transparent with you guys with what I think is going to happen in the market, right? So, and I've been talking to some of my friends on Twitter and stuff, and they're calling me crazy that Bitcoin won't reach 200K this cycle. I guess we'll see. I could be wrong. At the end of the day, if I'm wrong, everyone's making a lot more money than I thought we were going to make. So if I'm wrong, it's kind of a good thing. But I also don't want you guys to be very careful where you guys put your money, because we don't know if you guys are, like, you guys might be exit liquidity for these people that are just telling you, oh, the market's going to go crazy, we're about to make huge moves. Like, look, there's room for a 40% move in the altcoin market, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's pretty good. We'll go from 850 to just over a trillion or 1.1 trillion, right? That's pretty good, man. Because we have all this room. We have all this room to test this, to go to between the 73 mark, right? So I want you guys to take a picture of this, screenshot this. Be on the lookout for this, all right? This is not going to be euphoric in my opinion, right? Especially the coins that have negative divergences, they're not going to move that crazy. The coins that do have positive divergences or bullish divergences, yeah, they're going to move pretty nicely, right? So let's just say, and let's go to total market cap, excluding Bitcoin. Right? Again, same thing. We're just above the 50 mark, so we haven't hit oversold territory. And my bad. And we're going up, right? And we're not at a retest zone. So We have to keep this in mind. We're going to go up. We're going to go up. But we don't have that much room to be going up. We're going to retest here. And whether we go down a bit and retest this and then bounce up, because we could very likely, that's why we got to be careful and watch the markets, because we could very well go down and then retest up, or go up, down, retest here, and then back up again. We don't know, right? Again, we could be very euphoric. Something could happen in the news. Everything can change. And we could pass this retest right now. We could pass this right here. But at the end of the day, man, the room from here is 670%. From where we're at right now, again, 40%. And this is excluding Bitcoin. This is excluding Bitcoin, including Ethereum. So, and even in the RSI, we're going to 66. We don't even get overbought territory, right? We already had the overbought territory time in like the beginning of 2024. That's when Arc Block was doing stupid numbers, right? Which I should have sold. But I just want to be like transparent with you guys. Like, we're going to go up. Don't get me wrong, but the room is pretty limited. If we pass it, cool, man. You know, we could get up to 1.6. If we get to 2, man, 2 trillions right here. You know, if we get to 2 trillion, cool. That's like right here. That's euphoric stuff, right? Like, I don't know. The market is not like this market is not as long as you think it is, man. And I don't want you guys to lose money because you guys are being told this fantasy, right? And that's why it's so important to be educated, to do your own research, you know, to not only watch me, but others, right? And again, I know what I'm saying is the contrary to what a lot of other people think, but this is just my opinion. I could be wrong. It's not financial advice. The only gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Go read them, change your life. But look, I'm going by what the market is telling me, and we don't have much room. That doesn't mean there's not a possibility to make money at all. There very much is, especially with these trades that we're hitting. You already know. All my socials popping up on screen. The Telegram's popping up on screen, and the link to join my Telegram is in the description below. But I just want to be transparent with you guys, you know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, I want to know. I want to discuss. I want to argue. I want to discuss. I want to have discussions about what the market thinks. And, you know, let's hope for the best. And that's all we can do. At the end of the day, Jesus got us. God has us, and he'll never forsaken us. And right now, I use the Blowfin charts because they're amazing. If you don't already use Blowfin, go ahead and sign up using the link below for 10% cash back on all your trading fees and upon 5,000 USDT upon registering. It's probably, if not the best crypto exchange, no KYC exchange on the market, especially for making these trades and making money. You don't have to tell nobody who you are. So I definitely recommend using it. And again, use the link below for 10% cash back and all your trading fees. All my links will be in the description below. Social links, Telegram group chat, Telegram group, and my Blowfin. So if you want to follow these trades, definitely join the Telegram, because that's where I post all my trades. Not on X, not anywhere, only on Telegram in my community, in my group. Free to join as well. And if you want to follow the trades, I recommend using Blowfin. Again, 10% cash back on all your trading fees using the link below. And that's my video. I will be making more market updates. We're getting into the choppy zone, right? We're getting into, like, we haven't gone down 50 fear and greed for a minute. So, you know, we're gonna start moving up. I don't think that much, and especially not on everything, like, you know, back in 2021 and 2022, but it's gonna be crazy for sure. So I love y'all, and I'll be back in another video. Easy.